than 30 people move to the Lowcountry every single day. That's according to the Charleston County Economic Development. And with the influx of people, it's a challenge for infrastructure to keep up. A new House bill aims to prioritize infrastructure over new development. Our Hannah Borkert spoke with the lead sponsor of this bill, local Representative Spencer Wetmore, about what it entails.
Infrastructure is a big concern in Charleston and across the state.
We have to start to play catch up on infrastructure because we're already behind.
From what I hear from my constituents, that's the #1 thing that people want to see around here.
Not everyone is a fan of the growth.
People don't necessarily hate growth in Charleston. They hate traffic and they hate poorly planned growth.
District 115 Representative Spencer Wetmore says infrastructure planning is often all over the place. Municipalities are in charge of permitting new houses, states build the roads, and a lot of the time counties are in charge of drainage.
And we're really not swimming in the same direction, and I think you see people's frustration with that right now in feeling like we're just building and building and building without first putting in the infrastructure.
Infrastructure first is the key to a new bill in the House. It calls for defining concurrency programs and requiring a robust capital plan
that tells you exactly what roads you're going to need over the next 10 years, assuming growth.
Concurrency would allow for a municipality to say, hey, you also have to fix the traffic situation here. You can't make traffic worse in this area. Can the roads handle what you're about to do here?
The bill would charge the developers to pay their share in the permitting process up front. Wetmore says Mount Pleasant has done something similar.
At first the home builders were upset about it, thinking that it was going to slow growth. But then once they saw how easy it was to sell homes when you had a good school district and roads to drive on, everyone seemed to be a lot more on board with it. So that's really my goal here, is just to rearrange the order, not necessarily to stop anything.
Wetmore says Charleston is kind of the poster child for why she believes we need this law. She says Charleston is catching up on infrastructure, but there are so many other communities that are growing rapidly now, and she says that putting this in place would allow them to grow in a smarter way. Reporting in Charleston, Hannah Borkert, Live 5 News.
Now, those with the city say the challenge in Charleston specifically is that many of the homes being built right now that we're seeing got approval several years ago, and it can't be taken back. This House bill is early on in the process. It still needs to be heard in subcommittee and full committee before moving to a full House vote. Then it will go over to the Senate. Wetmore says a companion bill has already been filed in the Senate and is gaining momentum. She says only one of the bills would potentially pass. To read it for yourself, you can find this story on live5news.com.